Greetings and salutations. This is Akirishin. In this video, I will be featuring the Supermarine Swift fighter, which is a British fighter. Before I get into that, I would like to take the time to thank everyone who is watching these videos. I would like to thank those of you who have chosen to subscribe. I appreciate the thumbs up that many people give these videos. I am just very appreciative of all of that, and I hope that you all are enjoying these videos. You're getting something out of them, whether it be that I have shown you something that you didn't know, or maybe you just enjoy watching these aircraft perform, or maybe you see things that make you laugh, or perhaps you see things that, ooh, I don't want to do it that way. Whatever it is that you are getting out of these videos, the main thing is I hope you're enjoying them. And again, I am appreciative. So I haven't been doing this long, and the subscribership is going up, and that really is nice to see. Anyway, getting on to our task here, the Supermarine Swift. So, basic description of the aircraft is that it has large caliber armaments. It has high airspeed, accelerates quickly. It has a very reasonable boost. I don't remember exactly what it is. Once we get into our combat, I'll point that out to you. I always forget to make note of that before I make these videos. Anyway, it has good maneuverability, meaning not high or very high as some other aircraft, like for example the Yak 30 that I recently reviewed, has very high maneuverability in horizontal turns. This aircraft is good at it. And it is very effective at intercepting aircraft at high altitude. To that end, or ends, let's see here the stats. Optimal altitude is 2,500 meters, and optimal airspeed is 674 kilometers per hour. Armaments-wise, it has two 30mm cannons. Those cannons have, I would say, very good damage per second. They have a medium rate of fire, and they have a long effective firing range of 800 meters. So that's pretty good. And upgrades wise, I have gone with, as almost always on fighters, Control Surface Adjustment 4 for the 3% increase in maneuverability in the turns. Lightweight Airframe 4 for the 3% maneuverability in all axes. And to augment our cannons, put more rounds on the target, I have gone with improved radio sight for an increase of 15% to firing accuracy. Now, something interesting to note about that is that in most aircraft, the improved radio sight increases accuracy by 10%. So I don't know why it's 15% on this aircraft and not the 10% that I'm used to seeing. But hey, that's great, right? So for purposes of this video, I have gone with the universal ammunition, which has some chance of fire and I would say, very good chance of a critical hit. Now, in situations other than this video, I might consider using the high explosive ammunition, which has the high crit chance, but I guess the trade-off is that it has almost no chance of fire. Personally, I do like to have the chance of fire because, especially with these fast-moving jets, sometimes you're not able to put as many rounds on the target as quickly as you would like. They're popping in and out of your sights, and you're having to flip back around and come back to them. And so having a fire on your target while you're maneuvering to shoot again can be beneficial, in that you're still having damage occur to that target even while you're not able to shoot at it. I have gone with the manual fire extinguisher, the first aid package, and reinforced control surfaces for the increased maneuverability when we're in a close-in dogfight. These are the standard consumables, not the gold consumables. What is the difference between the standard and the gold? Two things. In terms of the fire extinguisher and the first aid, the gold offers those to occur automatically when you need them, whereas these you have to manually activate. So, if you're in a dogfight, you have to pay attention to that to actually activate them, whereas in the gold, it just happens automatically, which is nice, frankly. Allows you to concentrate on maneuvering your aircraft versus having to hit buttons. And the other difference is that the gold has 90-second cooldowns, whereas the standard has I'm sorry, I got that reversed. The gold has a 60-second cooldown, whereas the standard has a 90-second cooldown. Pilot skills wise, I have gone with Aerobatics Expert, which has 2% increased maneuverability in all axes, and Aerodynamics Expert, which has a 40% increase to the effect that our lightweight airframe and our control surface adjustment upgrades provide. So understand that what that means is it is a 40% increase of the 3% extra maneuverability that we're getting from those. I will let you wizards of math do the math on that, but that's what we're talking about. I've also gone with Marksman 1, which indicates that it reduces the dispersion of forward-firing weapons by 5%, which significantly increases the chance of hitting a target. Now, one commenter has indicated that that only applies to aircraft that have wing-mounted armaments. I do not see that in the description, so I'm going to go, at least for the time being, with what is indicated here in the actual description, which indicates all forward-firing weapons. However, if any of you should have a cite to that issue, if there's been some sort of official statement on that, please educate us on that. We would all benefit from having that. Alright, so paint schemes. You're looking at the summer paint scheme right here. Okay. Winter. Desert. And my personal favorite, marine. Very attractive aircraft. It helps to like what you're looking at when you're flying. So I can tell you that this aircraft I have found to be very maneuverable. With the upgrades that we have put on it, I really don't have a lot of problems maneuvering with this aircraft. Been very pleased with its performance so far in that regard. And let's go into a battle here and see how it does. Okay, so we have drawn the northern bridgehead, and we are going to probably head over here to this command center first. I always want to get that command center if possible, so that we can get some bombers headed to the enemy assets, and that also ties up some of their aircraft that might otherwise be shooting at us. So one thing I've been working on for myself, pilot skills wise, is just trying to be a better shot with these cannons. And I think part of that is just maybe leading a little bit more.
Stay alert, pilots. Large enemy force spotted over the airfield.
Trees. Really, you need to die here. Come on. These cannons really overheat, folks. You can only do short bursts with them. It's like ridiculous how much they overheat. There we go.
Bomber squadron detected. Engage them immediately.
Okay. Let's head over here to the garrison. Try to secure this. Kind of low health. Hopefully, yeah, maybe they'll be paying attention to the bombers. I don't know. Been here behind them while they're shooting at us. Let's see it through those clouds. Look at that, just even holding down for short bursts, they're overheating. That is that's one negative about these, and we've got some. Go down and take care of this guy, hopefully, without dying in the dive by not being able to come out of it. Ah, J7 was behind us. We almost had him. Okay. Don't think we're gonna get to those bombers, but maybe we'll try to knock these out. I don't think any of our other aircraft are really dealing with them. Take this guy out on the way, hopefully. Really? Alright, where'd those bombers go? Did we get the command center? Must have. Finish off this low health guy. Well, at least I hit him. Oh! Yeah, we'll go deal with these bombers here. I don't know if we're going to get them in time, but we're going to do our best. So that's about as much as you can do on a burst right there. And then they overheat. Probably don't have to finish this guy off, but to leave the job undone.
The enemy has control of all key objects.
We're being shot at.
Leave it like that.
Ah,
Hang in there. You'll soon be cut off from support. I say
Javelin.
again, support will not be
Hey, we're
available.
fellow Brits.
They've almost got us.
Don't treat us that way.
Attention, all aircraft. Fall back and regroup.
Okay, so unfortunately it was a defeat, but I think this aircraft performed pretty well. Flying start, effective fire, subjugator, flying warrior badge, #1 rank for this match. Looks like we had, what, 10 aerial targets destroyed? Okay. Yep, 10 aerial targets destroyed. Over 5,000 in damage to aerial targets. And there were, let's see here, 2 human pilots in this particular match. You know, I have to say, when you look at how many, all of these are your bots. It does, it's a little bit disheartening to see not more human players involved. So it would be my hope for this game that it can grow with some of the changes they've made recently, and maybe some changes to come. There are certainly some things they can still improve with this game. You know, simple things like, you know, being able to see the alternate view without having to hold the alt button. You know, just simple things like that. And you know, maybe work on some of the UI, and you know, these new maps that they have, the Road to Rome maps. They're awesome maps. They need more of that sort of thing to freshen this game up, and to put resources into it. Because when you have a situation where, you know, match after match you're getting 1 or 2 human players on each side, you know, that's a problem, right? I mean, we have to see it for what it is. That's a problem. So I hope that they can overcome that, because I really do enjoy this game, and I'm sure that you do as well, and we would all like to see it be successful. But anyway, that was the Swift. You can see it performs well. It's a maneuverable jet. I think maybe the overheating on the cannons could be a little bit better. I mean, even short bursts, you're almost right away overheating. So, I mean, in my mind, that's maybe a bit much, but it is a problem for this aircraft. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed the video, and I think if you get an opportunity to play the Swift, that you'll see it's a good aircraft, fun to fly, and that you'll have success with it.